Okay, welcome back to my Sunday in progress. I figured while the little Super Cub is cooling off so I can do the exhaust swap on it, I'll take the Rebel out and do a couple of 0 to 60 runs and do some performance tests. Might even do some braking tests, 60 to 0, if I can find an empty stretch of road. So let's go with this. Holy monkey, it's hot. 94, 95 degrees and really high humidity because that storm is coming. And I'm in sport mode, so we'll get it out on the side road over here and start playing with it. Love the sound of this Coffman's. So I haven't posted my Coffman's exhaust video yet. I was letting the Coffman's people take a look at that before I post it, just out of courtesy. I mean, they're really good to work with. It's not a sponsored or paid ad or anything like that. I bought the equipment. Now that the prototype one that they sent me that I just installed on here, they sent that out to me for free because they wanted to test this and they needed someone that they could be their test mule. And I said, yeah, sure, man, I'll do it. Okay, so I'll stage up over here at the Armed Forces Monument Memorial here again, and that guy is going against traffic on the wrong side of the road. We'll reset Dragy and get everything ready to go. Looks like the wind has died down a tiny bit, just judging by my flags over there. Yep, it's died down a little bit. Okay. So, starting point. Make sure I got all the cameras running. I have a chest rig on to kind of video this portion, and then I've got the Dragy to do the performance test. And 3, 2, 1, go. Caught up with traffic pretty quick, and I noticed when I took off, traction control was lighting up. I was trying to get off the line smooth and not cause the front end to lift, because it will lift up the front end first and second gear with my weight on it. So obviously that affects your 0 to 60 time, because the computer is going to step in and say quit, and it'll get really aggressive about the traction control. It'll shut your throttle down for a couple of seconds. Okay, so I got a empty spot in traffic here, and I'm gonna hit it. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. There's a 100 run. And you can feel it taper off right as you get to the top. Right around 99 to 100, you feel it slow the acceleration curve because the computer is stepping in. So I'm gonna go back to the normal spot and turn around, go the other direction, get up to about 60 and nail the brakes. So let's get up to 60. I'll wait for no traffic because I'm going to be stopping in front of everybody. All right, 3, 2, 1. There's a 70. Okay, so let's get it at 60. Still nobody behind me. I'm going to get in the middle of the lane, make sure I'm not going to go off the road. Let's get to 62. Okay, here we go. And brake. That was standing on it as hard as I could. I didn't get a 0 out of it because I see traffic back there. Oddly, I didn't feel the ABS pulsing under my fingers or my foot, so maybe I wasn't in the binders as hard as they could go. This is a good spot. Let's try this turnaround. Wait for nobody coming. I'll get up to 62. That way I'm above the 60 mark, and the GPS should definitely catch it. And come down to a full screeching stop. Okay, so he's not gonna go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoop, see, there's the traction control. Okay, so what are we doing? We got 62, and I'm gonna stand on it. That's full lock right there. I was locking both wheels. I could feel the ABS that time. I definitely locked them both up temporarily, but locked them. They were pulsing. So let's make sure that my Dragy was catching that for the 60 to 0 run. Set up again, no traffic. That works. All right, so let's get up here and try to get one more 0 to 60 run, and then I'm going to do a 60 to 0, lock them up. Okay, I'll get off the line smooth and then whack it. Okay, plenty good. 90. Get on a straight spot and nail the brakes. Well, I'll nail the brakes after the bridge here because there's some bumps. Okay. So this is a decent spot right here. 3, 2, 1. And there's some bumps there. Okay, so that's 0. Nobody there. Okay, I gotta get off the road now. I'm watching my mirrors like a hawk. There were a few bumps on that last 60 to 0, so I could feel the tire skittering over it, and it didn't stop quite as hard as it did that first one. Or I guess second one, whatever. Cool. So Dragy is showing me some different stuff here. I'll go back home and plug all those in and see what we got. What'll be interesting is to check out some other owner reviewers out there that have done the 0 to 60 runs on this and see if the manual is any better or worse than the DCT. What I'm betting is that the DCT is going to be quicker than the manual every time because there's no clutching, no missed shifts. It's going to be extremely consistent on all the shifts, everything that it's doing. So I would imagine that it's going to do a better job. The traction control, I'll have to play with that a little bit. I can go into a custom mode and I can turn the traction control down further or maybe all the way off. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to do it all the way off because it'll try to mousetrap this thing. Just getting off the line is the tricky bit because that one last acceleration run I did back there before the braking, you could hear it shunt the throttle, and I mean it shuts it off totally. There's nothing there. It just goes quit, stop. And if you don't want that to happen, you got to roll into it slowly, and you can actually feel the computer managing the torque even when the traction light isn't lit up, because off the line there's not an enormous amount of power. It waits until you're rolling about 15 miles an hour and then it comes in. You can noticeably feel it increase. So anyway, having a little fun on a Sunday afternoon. I need to quit dinking around though and get my Cannonball Run stuff done, finish my Super Cups. I have to build the wiring harnesses today and do my exhaust. So my exhaust is first, then I'm going to tear the plastics off of the sides of mine, behind the seat and all that, so I can get to the sub harness and possibly remove the rear fender, and then I'll tie in the sub harness there, either at the tail light assembly or possibly up at the back of the seat. I don't know where I want to intercept. Less wire if I do it right at the tail light, obviously, but whatever. So once the exhaust is on the Cub and I can put the trailer mount on there, I'll go haul it around, and we're just waiting on the custom mounts for the tail lights. That should be done the next day or two, I'm hoping. If it doesn't, then no big deal. I'll just zip tie it on the back of the frame like I have on my my trailer right now. I love the sound of this Coffman's exhaust. I've had a few Rebel owners reply back to me and go, yeah, it's too loud, you know, I'd never change mine. I want mine to be quiet. I want it to be, you know, super quiet, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. I've got a few quiet bikes. I don't mind having a rowdy couple of them in the garage. It's fun. Anyway, I will catch you all later. Okay, well, welcome to my Sunday in progress. The rain found me. Started storming pretty good here a second ago. We've been getting a lot of thunder boomers and standing under the gazebo trying to stay dry. Anyway, here's my Sunday.